The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob, VE1RMJ. That's Rob, VE1RMJ, so that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After Maritime stations are called in, stations from outside here will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Break. Okay, first of all, do we have any announcements? Anybody with any announcements for the net? Go ahead. Nothing heard, so let's open it up for short time stations and mobile. Short time and mobile stations. People who can't stick around for the net, and any mobile stations out there before we get the net started. So any short time or mobile stations, go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray, VE1 FOX.
VE1 Juliet Sierra, VE1 JS. VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 ZX. Sierra Mike, short time.
And 1 CDN short of time.
Okay, we got 5 stations that time, VE1 FOX, VE1 JS, VE1 ZX, VE1 FSM, and N1 CDN. Top of the list, Curtis, very good evening, VE1 FOX, VE1 JBL, come on in.
Hey, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Well, good evening, Jim. Good evening to all other operators on the net this morning and this afternoon. They will get it after a while this evening. We don't know where we are, Jim. We're all mixed up. Anyway, we like to jump in a short time there. We got trouble with the ears here, so we usually try to get in and get back up before they start acting up on me. Weather-wise today, we had a beautiful day here. I believe it's up around 20 degrees. Right now, she's holding at 13 degrees. So, beautiful day there, Jim. My gosh, it's been great. So, anyhow, and then they plan on having rain tomorrow. Well, there you go, ruin the whole day. But I think the weekend's going to be good, at least for the Halifax Amateur Ritter Club flea market there on Saturday, the 27th there. So, we hope to be attending that. So with that, we won't hold it up. We'll let it go for this evening. Thanks for calling me in, Jim. Thanks for doing the net there. And good evening to all the rest. So VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. This is Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains, Hants County. 7-3, Jim, back to you. VE1 FOX clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis. Good and everything there. Yeah, I got up to 21.5, I think, here today. I was out cutting wood all day, and I had to take a couple of breaks there because I was right in the sun there when I was doing all the cutting. So, but besides that, it was a lovely day there for sure. I had quite a few boats up the river here today, too. Anyways, thanks, Curtis, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. VE1 JS, VE1 JBL. Go ahead, John.
VE1 JBL on the net, VE1 JS. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. Greetings from Sandy Cove. We had a nice day here today. A little cool, but not too bad. I set out this morning with a jacket and didn't have it on after about 11 o'clock. But, all is well here. Just a note, if anyone happens to be in the Digby area on Saturday morning, the Fundy Amateur Radio Club has breakfast on the last Saturday of every month at the Digby Irving. Walk in and look for a bunch of hams sitting around the table. All welcome. They serve a very good breakfast. 10 o'clock. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for joining the net. 7-3. VE1 JBL on the net, VE1 JS.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good and everything there, and to get together on Saturday there, so hopefully you'll have a good time there for sure. 7-3, have yourself a great evening. Down to Parsboro, 2 Islands, VE1 ZX, VE1 JBL, and I bet you it's a beautiful day there on the coast there, Brad. Go ahead.
V1 JBL with the Fusion Net V1 Zulu X-ray. Yeah, a little cool though, Jim. Wind was coming off the water here, and you had to have a jacket on this morning there. And I was also cutting wood there this morning there too. And yeah, that sun got pretty warm there in the afternoon there, so we finished her up anyway. Thanks, Jim, for checking me in, and thanks for doing that there. V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-ray, Brad, and 2 Island Parsboro, 7-3. Have a good evening.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Good and everything there. And yeah, I was actually looking at the weather there at 6 o'clock there, and they were saying it was only 9 in Halifax. Every place else was around 20 degrees, but only 9, and it was 11 in St. John's, Newfoundland. So usually they're the coolest, but Halifax was only at 9 there today. So anyways, but that's that cool breeze coming off the water there off the Atlantic. Thanks, Brad. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And then to Emerson C. Frank, BE1 FSM, BE1 JBL. Go ahead.
BE1 JBL, BE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everybody on net tonight. Yeah. Be popping back out the door here soon, I would imagine, so I figured I better pop in and say hello and give you the mark of the book. It's been a long day and not over yet, so. Anyway, Jim, no real traffic, more or less just a hello to you and everybody else, and like I said, a check for the book. So back over to you, BE1 JBL, BE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Good and everything there. Good to hear you on there. And have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Last but not least, let's go down and see Steve. N1 CDN, BE1 JBL. Good evening.
Evening, Jim, and all on. Short of time because we just cleared a severe thunderstorm warning, and there's another one coming behind it, and I don't know if the node will be on. Went on and off 2 or 3 times. Had pea-sized hail, but there's another flash of lightning right now. But yeah, it's a calm day as far as temperatures go, but not as far as wind and rain. Our high today was 22. So by Florida standards, that's a cool day. And getting in the car next week, and we'll be in the area locally in Moncton-Shediac area, probably by I'd say we're leaving here on the 2nd of June. We should be in Shediac by the 4th or 5th, and we're going to spend a couple of weeks up there. Get to visit the grandbabies and whatnot. Not much to add. Bunch of layoffs at work. None of them included me or my wife, so that's a good plan for us, and I'm happy with it. So again, Jim, short of time just because of the uncertainty of the weather. 7-3 to everybody, and look forward to bumping into some of you in Moncton if the Marcy Club has a meeting while I'm up there. I might pop in. So for now, 7-3 from the south, N1 CDN.
Yeah, okay, very good, Steve. Good and everything there. And yeah, I won't hear you this time around. We did chat the last time you were up there. I think your father was still sick at the time there, and we did chat one evening there on the radio there. And yeah, by the time you get up here, I'll be in Newfoundland. I've never been to Newfoundland, so we planned this trip a few months ago here. So we're leaving on the 1st of June, and we're spending 10 days or 12 days in Newfoundland on the west coast there, going up the west coast there. So. Looking forward to that for sure there. So, anyways, very good, Steve. Have yourself a great evening there. 7-3 for now, and watch out for the lightning there. Better run plug things. 7-3 for now. This is VE1 JBL. We'll take one more quick round here for any short time stations or mobile stations. Short time or mobile stations before we get started. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, via remote, short time. VE9, GC remote, short time.
Okay, Gordon, all by yourself there, VE9GC Gordon, remote. And where are you remote? Let me see now. Last week it was Arizona, so where are you remoting tonight? Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Jim. VE1JBL with the Fusion Net, VE9GC. I was actually surprised you heard me. I just looked down. I couldn't figure what was going on because I wasn't getting a repeater tail. And I was coming through 146.625 direct. So the fact that you were able to pick me up this time, I was really quite surprised. So I just switched out, and I am running through the repeater. I'm over here in St. John's, Newfoundland, where we had an absolutely lovely day. Sunshine, not too bad. And as you reported there a moment or two ago, we got up to 11 degrees. And I understand we're supposed to get the same thing tomorrow. But we've got some work here we've got to get caught up on. We've got a busy day tomorrow again. So with that, thanks for doing the net, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. And surprised you heard me. The E1JBL, the E9GC via remote.
Yeah, okay, very good, You're no problem at all there. Coming in loud and clear there, so good to have you on board there tonight from St. John's, and have yourself a great evening there, 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done a short time of mobile stations, so let's open it up here now to Prince Edward Island. Anybody from Prince Edward Island that would like to check in Maritime Fusion Net? Prince Edward Island stations, go ahead.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Yankee 2, Alpha November.
Victor Yankee 2, Whiskey Charlie.
Okay, we got three stations at that time. We got VY2GF, VY2AN, and VY2WC. Any other stations that I missed from PEI? Any other stations from PEI? Go ahead. Now they heard top of the list. Good evening, George. VY2GF, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net. Well, things seem to be working. I guess it was just a power glitch reason I couldn't check in. Anyway, glad to hear you're going to Newfoundland and the West Coast there. My wife comes, her family comes from out in the Rocky Harbor area, and I've spent a lot of time over there. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll certainly look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
VY2GF, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, George. Yeah, good on everything there. And yes, that's where we're staying the first 2 nights, actually, when we get there, is Rocky Harbor, because we're going to spend a couple of days at Gross Morn. And, of course, go up the fjord there for the boat tour up there. So that's 1 day. And I think we'll go probably to the park, the Tablelands, and take a walk in the Tablelands there. And so we're spending 2 nights at Rocky Point there before we go up to St. Anthony there for 3 days. So, anyways, looking forward to it for sure, George. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. VY2AN, VE1JBL. Ricardo, come on in.
Good evening, Jim and George and everybody on the net. Great to be here. Such a beautiful day. I went and did some PODA. I activated a park here on PI in Hunter River. And it was great. It's only my second time. And got 15 contacts, mostly from the U.S., Canada, and 1 from Italy. So lots of fun, and enjoying the hobby a lot. So 73 to all. Thank you, and bye-bye, VY2AM.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ricardo. Good on everything, and the stations there for sure. So that's great. That's great stuff. Very good. Thanks very much, as always, coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. A new one for me, but I know his name is Joey, and is in Morale, because I heard him talking to another gentleman there the other day there. So good evening, Joey, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. VY2WC from VE1JBL. Jim here in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Go ahead, Joey.
VE1 JBL, this is VY2 Whiskey Charlie. Good evening, Jim, and everyone else on frequency. And Ricardo and George there ahead of me. This is my first time on Wednesday Fusion Net. I was checked in last week on the Triple F Net. But I'm enjoying the hobby pretty good. Try to catch every net that's going there and be as active as I can. But I'm pretty interested in the digital aspect of the hobby. I heard you were going to Newfoundland. My wife is from there. She's from the West Coast. She's Port Peninsula. I was down there several times. You'll like it. Really, people are friendly, and lots to do down there. I heard you were going on June the 1st. We're trying to go down. So hope you have fun. So not much more to add here, Jim. Nice day here today, but we'll pass it back to you. VE1 JBL, this is Victor Yankee 2, Whiskey Charlie.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joey. Good on everything, and again, welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. That's where I heard you the other night. Was Friday night? Was on the Fredericton net there, so that's how I got your name in that. So very good. Yeah, I'm good on everything there, and yes, we're hanging on to the first on the boat on the second. We're just going to Sydney on the first, and staying in Sydney overnight there, so we can just get up in the morning and get on the ferry. Then we'll take the ferry, and then we're going to stay in Port Bass on the second. And then on the third and fourth, we'll be in Rocky Harbor there. So, and then the 5th, 6th, and 7th, we're going to be up in St. Anthony, and of course, taking the Viking settlement and everything up there. And we've already got a boat tour up there also to go for the icebergs and the whales. And I just checked the iceberg alert page today, and there's 14 icebergs right around the St. Anthony area right now. So I don't think we're going to miss out on icebergs. I think we'll get our share when we take our trip this time. So. Very good. Thanks, Joey, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening there, and good to hear you on there. 7-3 for now. Okay, well, that's the first round of Prince Edward Island, so let's go into Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia that would like to take part in the Maritime Fusion Net first round. Stations from Nova Scotia. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Papa. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey 1, JW.
Delta. India Lima, VA1 BIL.
Okay, I got a few there. I don't think there was any doubles here. I got VE1MY, VE1GP, VE1JW, VE1JPD. That sounds like a new one to me. JPD. And VA1 at BIL. Any other stations? Did I miss anybody from Nova Scotia or anybody else like to check in from Nova Scotia, the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead. Okay, top of the list, Mike. Very good evening. VE1MY and Amherst Point. VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL, VE1Y. Not bad day over here. Chased the lawnmower around the Lord all day. So we're just going to sit back and take it easy. I got 3 radios going on here, and I got 3 nets on, so I'm listening to all 3. Anyway, Jim, have a safe trip if I don't hear you before. VE1JBL, VE1MY.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, I haven't mowed the lawn. I'm going to wait until it gets closer to when we're about to leave there, and then I'm going to give it a mow there. And but I've been out cutting wood here steady for the last week here. All that wood from Fiona. I had to get started at it there, so I've been cutting every day here. So I've got quite a pile in the yard there, but we'll keep working away at it. Okay, very good, Mike. Thanks very much. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's get down and see Gordon. VE1GP, VE1JBL. Come on.
VE1JBL, VE1GP. Good evening, Jim, and all those on the net tonight. A wonderful day down here in Smith's Cove. Spent the day as well riding around on the lawnmower, the never-ending 3 acres of grass around here. but it was a great day. I never had the chance to tell you the symposium was just fantastic, Jim. I really appreciated it there. And I wish you a good trip up to safe trip home. So that's all I have. So Victor Echo 1 Golf Papa 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon, good and everything. Yes, it was really nice to meet you at Smart there. I think everybody had a great time there for sure, and had a great time. Yes, and very good on Newfoundland. This is actually our first trip, Gordon, since COVID. Our last trip we took was in 2019, and then after, and of course, then when COVID started in the spring of 20, we just never went anywhere. So we haven't even been to Moncton. We've been to Dorchester, and I think we've been to Wentworth, and I think that's as far as we've ever gone for a trip, a day trip or whatever, and since 2019. So this is our first trip. We decided that this winter that it was time to get out, and we decided that we're going to go to Newfoundland. So I've never been there, so this is all new to me. So we'll see. I'll enjoy it over there. The wife went over last year and had a great time. She was over there for almost 3 weeks there last year with her sister. But this will be my first time over there, so looking forward. I've always wanted to go to the West Coast there and see everything there, so really looking forward to it. Very good. Thanks, Gordon. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go down and see Eric at Greenwood, VE1JW, VE1JBL.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Everybody on the net. Got a good start going on, but it sounds like I missed the first couple of minutes of talking in the living room, and I said, oh my gosh, it's 2 minutes after 7. I got to go. Get down here and get in the shack. So missed the first couple of minutes, but I'm sure I didn't miss anything startling out like that. But yeah, nice, beautiful day here. I don't know what the high was. It was 18 a few minutes ago. It's down to 17 now, but I think it must have been 20. I think once I saw 21 on the dash of the car. So around today, got the ears lowered to both of us, and down had a recall done on the vehicle. Sent a letter last year and said there was a part that needed to be replaced on the gear shifter, and they said they'd send another letter when the parts come in. Well, that was November, so I called to get an appointment, and they said, yeah, we'll order the parts, and we'll call you back when they come in. Well, I never called, so last week I said, that's been 6 months, I better call. And she said, yep, I'll set you up right now. The parts came in last week, and I've been on the phone steady calling people to get them booked in. So another one, they'll blame it on the supply chain, I suppose. But anyway, it's done now, so it shouldn't have any issues. He said it didn't look bad anyway, but they still have to replace them all on these recalls. But, so other than that, we had a quiet day, and just off to the weekend. I can't go to the flea market. We got family coming down from Brunswick. They switched it ahead a week, or back a week, I guess, this year. Usually it's the first weekend in June. I thought I was all right, but they moved it back, and it's Apple Blossom weekend. There's all kinds of stuff going on. The Weiss brothers coming down from Brunswick. First time he's been home in quite some time, so we figured I didn't figure I wanted to run Weiss Saturday while he was here and Weiss, so we'll be socializing with family instead, but we'll be there in thoughts for sure. V1JW.
Yeah, okay, very good. Very good. Boy, you're a busy person. My goodness, always lots going on there. But boy, I'll tell you, it keeps you busy, keeps you hopping. But anyways, okay, Eric, good on everything. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Justin, VE1JPD down in Cape Sable Island, VE1JBL. Good evening.
V1JBL, V1JPD. Good evening, Jim, and everybody else this evening. Yep, I don't often get the chance to check in this net, but yeah, I usually give it a try, I guess. I have my node set up. I've been in the hobby just a little over a year, so still getting used to the ins and outs, I guess. So just me and the dog here right now. Wife and the girls are gone to a dance class, so just here relaxing, watching some TV. Anyway, that's all to report from here this evening. Back to you, Jim. VE1JBL, V1JPD.
Okay, very good, Justin. Good and everything there. And yeah, I don't know if I've spoken to you personally on the net before there or not, but I know I have you in here. So, but anyways, great to hear you in there. Great, absolutely no problem at all there. And good on you and the dog watching some TV there, and the girls and the wife are gone. So, very good. Thanks, Justin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Bill. I assume he's down in the Greenwood area. VA1 VIL, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
And JBL, VA1 VIL. Good evening, Jim, and everyone else on the Maritime Fusion Net this evening. I am in the valley. I'm back home in Wilmot. I just spent a few days up in Spring Hill there, but I wasn't on the air really. But I did enjoy the breakfast at the Harborview restaurant there in Parsboro. It was great to meet some new people and have a great breakfast there on Saturday mornings. But anyway, hopefully I can do that again someday. Really nothing much more to add. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And 7-3, VA1 BIL.
Okay, very good, Bill. Good and everything. And thanks for the reminder about the one in at Harborview. I didn't get any pictures there. I think Brad was the one who took some pictures. I was talking to Lauren. He said he took some pictures there, and I never got any pictures put on the website. Brad, are you still on frequency? VE1ZX, VE1JBL?
V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-ray. Yes, Jim, I got them, and I've been busy the last few days here with the wood pile, so, but you'll get them. I'll send them off to you there, and I got some pictures of the install on the Jeep there, too, to send you there, Jim. Sorry I didn't get them out to you sooner there. V1 Zulu X-ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Brad. Well, I forgot about it, too. I do the same thing. I've been cutting wood steady, so I never even thought of it until Bill just mentioned it there. So, yeah, no problem. Like I say, you're busy, so whenever you get a chance, send them along there, and we'll get them on the website there. Okay, very good. Thanks, Brad. Bill, VA1 VIL, VE1 JBL. Anything else for the net there? Go ahead.
Negative there, Jim. Nothing at all, really. It was a great time, and look forward to seeing the photos. Thanks, Jim. VA1 BIL 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bill. Yeah, as soon as I get them, I'll get them out there on the website there for sure. 7-3, have yourself a great evening. Okay, that's the first round of Nova Scotia, so let's go into New Brunswick. Any stations from New Brunswick that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion? This is the first round. Stations from New Brunswick, go ahead.
Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor. Victor Echo 9 Hotel Victor.
Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha. EG9 MCA.
Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo V9 OSK.
VE9 Foxtrot Delta. VE9 Foxtrot Delta, Moncton, New Brunswick.
Victor 9 Papa Alpha Lima. Victor Echo 9 PAL.
Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie Portable. VE3AC Portable.
Okay, that's a good start there from New Brunswick. We got VE9 Hotel Victor, VE9 MCA, VE9 OSK, VE9 FD, VE9 PAL, and I got a portable there, VE3AC. Any other stations from New Brunswick? Any other stations from New Brunswick that I missed, or any other stations like to check in from New Brunswick? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9 Delta Echo November VE9DEN.
Okay, I got two more there. I got VE9DEN and VE9AI. I'll take Frank here first because it almost sounds like he's mobile or something there. Portable VE3AC, VE1JBL. Good, Frank.
Well, good evening, Jim, VE1JBL, Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. I'm actually just walking over to the convenience store, and I don't live in the country. I live right in the smack dab in the city, so you're hearing of car vehicle traffic. Right beside me, I'm on one of the larger thoroughfares here, and just wanted to check in before I'm too late. So with that beautiful day over here in Sudbury, the sun is shining all day. It was a little on the cool side, but that's okay. I had outside yard work to do, so I didn't put on a sweat, that's for sure. So anyways, with that, I'll send it back to net control, VE1JBL. This is Victor Echo 3 Alpha Charlie. Waving a hand your way, and seeing 73s to all.
Yeah, okay, very good, Frank. Good at everything there, and the portal's working pretty good there for sure. So have yourself a great evening, and watch that traffic, 7-3. Okay, top of the list. Well, let's go. Let's say the first two stations I'm going to call in here. The first two stations are both winners at Smart this year. VE9 Hotel Victor ended up winning the, let me see now, what did he got the 200, he got the mobile rig, he got the FTM 200, and then Mike, right behind him here, actually won the FT5 portable. So I wonder if they're actually using your new radios. Let's find out here. The VE9 Hotel Victor, VE1JBL, come on in, Rod.
Yeah, VE1JBL, VE9HV here. Good evening to you, Jim, and good evening to everybody on the net. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely using that FTM 200. The day after I got back from Smart there, I installed it in the truck, even drilled the roof on the SUV there. Proper installation. I was tired of getting the coax pinched in the doors and stuff like that, so I decided to drill it. And yeah, I passed every wire and cable in the proper places, so I wouldn't stumble into them. And also the head unit is where the sunglass holder normally is, and the main unit's hidden, so you just see the head unit, and the mic is near my footwell there. So, yeah, definitely enjoying the FTM 200. It works very well, and today not too much going on here, just tinkering in the shack, doing some micro soldering. Just soldered a 20-pin, 0.5 millimeter pitch connector on a portable radio there. And it was a success, and I saved it from going to the landfill. Anyways, thank you very much for doing the net, and 7-3 to everybody. Have a great week. VE1JBL, VE9HV clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Rod. Good on everything there. And, yeah, I saw the setup in your car there with the 200 there, so that looked great, that's for sure. Anyways, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Now we're going to go to the double winner. He won a radio last year, and he won a radio this year. And he's already told me, he says he's looking for another radio, so he wants to make sure that I order a new radio for the Smart Symposium next year there. And, Mike, I know there's a couple of lottery winners in New Brunswick there, one in Gloucester County and another one throughout New Brunswick there someplace. Maybe you're one of the lottery winners. You seem to get all the winnings there. VE9 MCA Portable, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net Victor Echo 9 Mike Charlie Alpha portable. Good evening, Jim. Talking to you on the FT5, so maybe you can give me a audio report, see how it's working. I know, as Cam said, it was a little bit light there on the wake-up net, so maybe I'll have to up the mic gain there on the FM portion, but just wondering how I'm coming in. And, yeah, I did take advantage also of the free shipping there. I ordered the RT system software with the cable there for set up as a PDN, so I got that free shipping, so that was a good deal. So
Yeah, really enjoying this radio there, Jim. And yeah, I'm going to try for a triple win there next year, Jim. So, I'm only lucky in ham radio stuff. Lotteries, most I won, I think, is $10 for all the tickets I bought there. So, maybe one of those days I'll hit it big, but not yet. Then I won't buy any tickets. I'll buy my own rigs right offhand if I get enough moolah. Very good, Jim. Have a good net there, and 7-3-2-all. Have a good week. VE1JBL, VE9MCA Portable.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike, and everything. Auto is perfect, Mike, absolutely, no problem at all there. But I have noticed that with Fusion radios, if you go to analog, you seem to have to turn it up a little bit, and then if you're on digital, you got to turn it down a little bit. So I guess there's a little happy medium there. But nope, you're absolutely perfect on the Fusion there tonight there. So absolutely no problem at all. Thanks, Mike, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Oscar. It's in the up there. VE9OSK, VE1JBL. Come on in.
V1JBL, V9OSK. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Beautiful day today, a nice day for working. It was a bit cool because the wind was a bit from the north there, so I kind of did it a bit of cool down there, but it was great for some work to be done around the house there. And we also dropped by the pump station this morning there. There was quite a few people down there running around there. Nothing beside that, no traffic. 7-3, Victor, Echo 9, Oscar, Sierra Kilo from Dieppe.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Good at everything there, and down at the clubhouse there. So everything there. So very good. Thanks very much for coming in as always, and have yourself a great evening. Now I think this is the first time I've spoken to Frank myself on the net, but VE9FD, VE1JBL, and welcome to Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, Frank.
VE9 Fox Delta back to you. A lovely 18.5 degrees showing here in the thermometer, and I'm enjoying the day. Sitting back in the basement apartment. Are you ready for that? This is my home for now, basement apartment. My oh my! But I got an antenna up recently. It's about 35 feet and a lovely antenna up on the top, and it seems to work very well. So anyway, enjoying the radio, enjoying the contact with you and others on the net. So 73, take care, enjoy your day.
VE9FD, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Frank. Good at everything there in the basement apartment. I was going to ask how you were getting out there if you're in a basement apartment, but you got an antenna up 30 feet. You must have a good person that owns the property there. Let you get an antenna up there 30 feet. But anyways, good on everything. So, but you're sounding good. Absolutely no problem at all there. So thanks very much for checking in. Thanks again. I think this is the first time we've spoken on here. So. Nice to meet you on here. Thanks, Frank. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go into Irishtown and see Paul. VE9PAL, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Jim and Frank and Mike and Oscar and everybody else on the net? Yeah, she's still 18 degrees out there. Little black flies are flying around, but they're not that bad so far anyway. Anyway, other than that, you guys all have a great week. VE9PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Good, everything there. And well, I guess you don't have all. I guess we don't have all the black flies. Then there's other people are saying they got the black flies. So yeah, we've got our share of them down here. So, but anyways, very good, Paul. Thanks very much for coming in as always, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go way up north and see Denny. VE9DEN, up in Dalhousie. VE1JBL. Come on in.
Good evening there, Jim. VE1 GBI. Yeah,
That's right. 89DN. Yes, sir. Rain here all day. Beautiful. Just love it. Rain, no sun, no wind. Beautiful rain. So when the sun will hit, okay, it's going to be nice. Going to be all kinds of color out here. Everything's going to be grown. And I was in the wood today there, and I seen some snow. So my goodness sake, I said, come on, rain. Come on down. There you go. No other thing to say, just thanks for doing the net. Everybody sounds great. I love it. VE9DN here, Denny, the lousy portable, over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Denny. Good and everything there. Yes, I knew you guys were getting rain all day up there. I know I looked at the weather maps there this morning there, and all of northern New Brunswick was getting rain there all day, and a lot of parts, I think, in southern Nova Scotia, I think we're getting some rain there today, too. But it was a clear patch right through the central Maritimes there, and we're still in the clear here, so, but I think we're supposed to get some rain there tomorrow. Anyways, Denny, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great 1873 for now. And finally, let's go into Ferguson and see Gary, VE9AI, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL Net Control. Good evening. VE9AI here. Anyway, it was kind of sunny at first of the day, and then it got cloudy, trying to finish up some outside chores, getting the best of the chores outside now. Got a couple little things to do yet, but I had a lot of visitors here, Jim, today. They all landed here with their suitcases, and we're going to stay. And that's a horde of black flies. I haven't had any here, but today they landed. So probably going to move in and stay, I guess. But yeah, there's all kinds of them today. But anyway, I guess the next thing will be the mosquitoes after that. So anyway, not much else new here, I guess. So it's supposed to rain tonight, but I don't know. It hasn't rained yet. So anyway, with that, we'll say good evening to one and all. Hope to catch everybody next week. Back to Net Control, VE9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gary. Good and everything there, and the black flies. Yeah, and that's you're right. Next will be the mosquitoes after them. So and then after them will be the horse flies, the deer flies, and the moose flies. So a wonderful summer as always in the Maritimes. Thanks, Gary, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, well that's the first round of the Maritime provinces here. So what I'm going to do right now, before we do the second round, is I'll call in any stations from outside the Maritimes. Anybody from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1 Juliet Bravo Lima. Name here is Jim in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So stations from outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the net. Go ahead.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6 FP.
And Francis, you're all by yourself there. VA6FP, VE1JBL, and how's the fires going out there?
The VE1JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP. Good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. It's great to hear some familiar voices. I don't know, Jim. That Mike fella there out in Irishtown, that's one lucky son of a gun there. 2 radios, 2 in a row. Now he wants to make a hat trick. You should tell him he's not playing hockey and then stop collecting all these radios. Give somebody else a chance. My goodness. Good for him anyway. I'm glad somebody's lucky. Well, the fires, Jim, I tell you, they sure got some relief here in the last couple of days. We did get some rain, but we sure could use some more. The numbers are down a bit, and I do say cautiously a bit. I think the last I heard was about 72, which is still pretty scary. And according to the news report that I heard this past weekend, compared to last year, I think last year was somewhere around 459, 489 hectares. And believe it or not, we have seen over 2,000 times that much land wildfires have destroyed. So that's pretty scary stuff. And thankfully, slowly but surely, folks are getting home. But if anybody has some rain and they can spare it, send it out this way. We'd gladly take it. Other than that, Jim, we're doing pretty good. Thanks so much for doing the net and letting us check in. Always a pleasure to listen to the gang back home. We'll say 7-3 all around. And by the way, if you're heading out, I believe you're heading out to Newfoundland around June the 2nd there, have a safe trip. Wishing you and the very best, and enjoy yourselves out there. And hopefully we'll hear all about it when you get back again. We'll say 7-3 for now. VE1JBL from VA6FP.
Yeah, okay, very good. Francis good and everything there, and the fires and everything. Yeah, it is terrible, that's for sure out there. And yeah, we're going to have a good time, Francis. And of course, we're packing winter clothes along with the summer clothes because in Newfoundland, especially up north there, I've been following the temperatures every day at St. Anthony. And they're just around the 0 mark. They might get up to +5. But anyway, so we're taking winter clothes with us, and we were actually told by the guy who does the boat tours off the coast there, it goes up to see the icebergs. He said, make sure you pack your winter clothes, your toques, and your mittens and everything else there, because you'll need it when you're out in the North Atlantic there looking for icebergs. So we're packing our winter clothes there too, Francis, and but we're really looking forward to it, that's for sure. Anyways, very good. Thanks, Francis. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's the first round of the Maritimes and the first round of outside the Maritimes. So let's start a second round. So let's go back to Prince Edward Island. Any other stations from PEI that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net second round? Go ahead from PEI.
Victor Yankee 2, Juliet Charlie.
And VY2JC, Joe, you're all by yourself there. VY2JC, VE1JBL, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody on the net here. I'm never by myself. Hi. Anyway, might be by myself checking in at that round, but I'm never by myself. Anyway, have a good net there, Jim. Hi to everybody. Not on the Fusion very much, but tonight I happen to be in the shack. So I thought I'd stick around and give you a check in there. 73 to all, VY2, Juliet, Charlie.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Yeah, good to hear you on the Fusion. I haven't heard you in quite a while there. Are you still driving truck?
No, not at the moment. No, we're on vacation, hopefully for the summer. We are back at camp, though. I'm not there at the moment, but we are at camp there. I got my antenna and stuff set up there. I don't got the 400 in the camper just yet, but we do got an antenna up there, and I just gotta put a connector on the coax and hook the radio up to the power supply, and we'll be rocking and rolling. So we probably won't be on it very much anyway, because we'll be in the boat, or I'm more busy in the summer than I am when I'm working at gym. I got a dock to put in there at the lake, and I just never stop. Since I stopped driving a truck, I lost 10 pounds. So I guess that's a good thing. Anyway, carry on there, like if you were normal. Hi, and say hi to Wendy for me, and I hope you enjoy your trip there. I heard you say you were going to Newfoundland, so you'll love that. That's a beautiful place. 7-3 VY2J.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there. Yeah, hope you and Tracy are doing well there. And that's what I was going to ask you if you were at the camp there. So good stuff. I'm glad you got down there and got to open up. And and you're there. So good and everything there. Very good, Joe. Okay, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, that was the second round of PEI. Well, I think one more standby here. I haven't heard Sterling, BY2 SEC, in quite a while. Hopefully he's not sick or anything, but it's been quite a while since I've heard Sterling on there. So any other stations from Prince Edward Island, any other stations from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead. Nothing heard, so we'll move over to back to Nova Scotia. Second round from Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Second round, go ahead.
Echo 1, Zulu Bravo Mobile.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Tango Portable. BD1 CT Portable.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, VE1 GUI.
Okay, I got three stations that time. I got VE1 ZB Mobile, VE1 CT Portable, VE1 GUI. Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Second round, go ahead. Now they heard top of the list. Good evening, Mike. VE1 Zulu Bravo Mobile, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo Stationary Mobile. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all. I was just puttering out in the garage there, and then I remembered the Fusion Net, so I just drove the truck into the garage here to get a little better signal, and here I am. And while I was waiting, I checked in the Lunenburg net, talking to Al, VE1 CYP. So then I listened along to the net until I get checked in here. Anyways, busy day as usual, lots of things on the go, and I can't think of anything else to report, so thanks for checking me in. Everybody have a great evening. VE1 Zulu Bravo Mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good on everything there, and good on talking to Al. And that just reminds me, I think I've mentioned this on the net yet, but there is going to be a new fusion repeater down in Bridgewater, Lunenburg area, I guess, the South Shore. Al Seipel was talking to me, and the club, the Lunenburg Club, is actually going to get themselves a fusion repeater. So we will have a repeater before too long down on the South Shore. So it'll be great to hear them checking in on the net there. Anyways, thanks, Mike. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Robert, are you back online on the internet side, or are you coming through the repeater? VE1 CT Portable, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 CT Portable. Yeah, I'm coming through the repeater. Yeah, it's kind of depressing having no internet. All I have is phone. Heck, I'm already at. I've only been checking email. Anyway, yeah, I'm still without internet at the moment, but hopefully we'll get that fixed soon. Back to you there, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1 CT Portable, 7-3, everyone.
VE1 CT Portable, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Robert. Yeah, you were broken up there quite a bit there, but we did get most of that there, and of course you're still without the internet there. So yeah, hopefully that you'll get that back on and get things back to normal there. So very good. Thanks, Robert, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go down and see Joe. VE1 GUI, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL, VE1 GUI. Good evening, Jim. Here on the Fusion Wednesday night net. A real good day here today. Been sunny all day. It's all overcast here now, but no, I'm lying. It wasn't sunny all day. It was sunny for a while, I guess.
Then it got overcast later on. Yeah, we see some rain coming toward us, coming from over Maine area, coming this way, and a big strip of it. So I guess we're on the tail end of it. So I guess that's going to give us a whiplash. We'll get a little drink probably. That's what we got the last time, a little drink from it. So, and it don't seem like they want to give us any much rain. We'll say the rain storm, or rain squalls, whatever you want to call it. Don't seem to drop off much rain here, so we can use it. Everything's kind of dry, so. Anyway, that's it from here. We just got back from a drive. Went in for a little drive for an hour and a half or so, and just see if I could, if we can see any deer or animals on the road, but never see nothing. Yeah, we did see two. Yeah, right. So, that was a fluke. But anyway, other than that, everything was all right. Everything going good. V1 JBL, V1 GUI. Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there, and glad everything is going along there. And yeah, I knew that the rain was coming in. That's for sure. They're promising us some rain there, so we'll see there tomorrow. Anyways, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, that was the second round of Nova Scotia, so let's go into New Brunswick. Second round from the province of New Brunswick. Anybody from New Brunswick like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net? Second round, go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Alpha Hotel, V9 MAH.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Mike. Victor Echo 9, Golf Mike.
Okay, I got three stations that time. I got VE9 MAH, VE9 CUB, and VE9 Golf Mike. Any other stations from New Brunswick? Any other stations from New Brunswick? This is the second round. Stations from New Brunswick. Anybody else? Go ahead.
VE1 Oscar Lima, VE1 OL.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Angel November. I'm not sure if you got me in there.
Okay, we also got VE9 GM, VE1 OL, and VE9 PIN. Top of the list. VE9 MAH, VE1 JBL. Michelle, go ahead.
V1 JBL, V9 MAH. Good evening, Jim. Everybody else on the net. Yeah, I was just outside changing the tires on the car. A little late, but better late than never. And I came in and remembered it was the Fusion Net tonight. So, anyways, not much else going on. Just wanted to say hi to everyone and wish everybody a great week. VE1 JBL, V9 MAH.
Yeah, okay, very good, Michelle. No problem at all there. Good to have you on board there. And, yeah, late getting the tires changed there, but I guess later than never. So, no problem at all there. And thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight there. 7-3 for now. And let's go ahead and see Don. VE9 CUB, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Here on handheld. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Nothing really here to report. Just a check-in, Jim, as always, and say hi, and hope everybody has a great middle of the week. So, and a great remainder of the week. So, with that, Jim, I'll give it back to you, Victor Echo 1 JBL. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Jim, for calling me in and doing the net.
No problem at all, Don. Thanks very much, as always, for checking into the net there, and great to have you on board there. 7-3 for now. Gino, VE9GM, it didn't sound like you were mobile, so I'm going to say you're home in Drummond. VE9GM, VE1JBL, come on in.
VE1JBL from VE9 Golf Mike. Good evening, Jim, and everybody else on the net. Geez, it's been a while since I checked into this net, but here I am. No, I am mobile, Jim. Actually, stationary mobile. I just got into the office here. I'm done, well, just about done for the night here. I've just got a couple little things to unload from the truck and get ready for tomorrow. But, yeah, I was driving back from Edmonton area, and Bert must have switched the repeater rooms, and here we are with the net. So I figured, what an opportunity to check in. So here we are, and I checked in. So anyway, I'll head in back to you there, Jim. VE1JBL, VE9 Golf Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gino. Good to have you on board. Yes, it has been quite a while since we chatted there, so good to have you on board there. Now, yes, I see you're coming through the Grand Falls repeater there, so good stuff. Sounding great, absolutely no problem at all. So have yourself a great night, and safe travels along your way. 7-3 for now. VE1OL, VE1JBL. Aubrey, how's things up in Quispam, sis?
Yeah, hi, Jim, and hi, everybody on the net tonight. Everybody's sounding great. I haven't heard Gino for a long time, so I'll say hi to you, and hope we get Macy's Bay repeater back on. I missed that one. Anyway, Jim, it's been a beautiful day here, and I have a really large crabapple tree on my front lawn, and you should see it. And the blossoms, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And in the backyard where my pond is, the peepers are peeping, and it's pretty nice here. And no flies. That's the other thing. No mosquitoes or black flies at all. And I haven't seen any June bugs yet. I hope not, because my lawn is going to be sprayed for grubs. And they better hurry up, or they'll miss the window. It'll be too late. I'm using Wires X because no repeater here. I wish there was. So I hope you're copying okay. But thanks again, Jim, and good night, everybody, and back to you, VE1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Aubrey. Yeah, no problem at all there. And no mosquitoes and no black flies. Okay, everybody's moving to Quispam New Brunswick, so we can get out of the bugs there. So great stuff, Aubrey. And yeah, we've got our share around here. But we've got our share of hummingbirds this year. My goodness, I think we got more hummingbirds than we've had in the last few years here. Quite a few hummingbirds actually, and great to see them back and flying around here. And yes, we've got all the peepers. The peepers are all peeping, and the robins are all in the yard, and the hummingbirds are here. What else? And of course, I'll wait for a little while yet, and I guess probably mid-June or the end of June we'll see all the fireflies. I love to see the fireflies, so I always look forward to that in the summer there too. So, anyways, good and everything, Aubrey. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now, and thanks very much for checking in. And last but not least, Bert, VE9PIN, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, we're talking with Gino there till 7:30 at the train station down here, and window to window because it started to rain, and then I came up 7:30, say, oh, got a net going on somewhere, so came up, changed a few repeaters, and to the system, and here we are. Not much, like I said, rain up here. It was +1 this morning. A little frisky still, but hey, we're inside anyway. Besides that, going to, no, I don't have to do nets, I think, on the weekend anyway. Traveling tomorrow to Quebec City for Mini Cooper Rally there. We'll be over 100 Mini Coopers and 3 different run on Saturday and 2 different run on the Sunday. And then we have a big feast or good supper Sunday night. So There's cars coming as far as Winnipeg in the States, and even Prince Edward Island. Don't know if it's an island anymore, but it's down there somewhere, high. And we're a few from New Brunswick, so should be a lot of fun. And I'm taking care of the six-hour drive on Sunday, so that should be fun too, high. So we're gonna enjoy that. 7-3 tall, maybe. Have a pleasant evening and a good weekend coming. I know I will.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert, and everything there. And yeah, I remember you talking about that. It must have been last year. I remember the same get together there down in Quebec City. So good stuff there. I assume Natalie's going with you, QSL.
Oh, no, I have no choice. She's the one who's got the debit card. Aye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert. Yeah, you gotta have that. That's for sure. So very good. Well, you guys have a great time down there. Safe travel. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've done 2 rounds of each of the Maritime provinces, and so what we're going to do now is we're just going to open it up here. It is 7 minutes past 8 p.m., so we're just going to open it up for anybody, anywheres, anywheres, inside or outside the Maritimes. I would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Stations from anywheres. I would like to check into the net before we close. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor. V9OR.
Okay, we got 2 stations at a time. We got VE1KEV and VE9OR. Any other stations from inside or outside the Maritimes? I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra, trying again.
And I got Dawn in there at the end there. So we're top of the list here. VE1KEV. Kevin, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening, Jim. VE1JBL for the Fusion Wednesday Night Fusion Net. VE1KEV. Good evening there. And good evening to Bert there going out the door. And good evening to all the others there that checked in with you there tonight. Yeah, we had a beautiful day, of course, in Amherst there today and surrounding areas. Still 15 degrees. We actually turned the radio on and I was listening to your net and I missed the first go around for Nova Scotia or whatever, and then they decided, well, let's go for a walk. We had the family over. Judy's mom's birthday was today, so we had the family over, and Judy made a nice supper there for them and had cake and ice cream, and I must have been feeling guilty. I must have needed to go for a walk there. Walk some of the cake and ice cream off there. Hi. Anyway, we made it, and I'm glad I got back in time to be able to check into the net. So that's really good there as well. So we were really moving, I guess, tonight. Anyway, beautiful evening, and that's about it. Thank you, Jim. Thanks, Jim, for calling us in and doing the net, of course. And if we don't hear you before, have a great vacation there in Newfoundland there as well. And 7-3, VE1JBL from VE1 Kilo Echo Victor.
Okay, very good, Kevin. Good on everything and the food and everything. And Joe was in here. I haven't heard Joe in here in a long time here, but when I did the second round of BEI, Joe checked in here. So he said he's down at the camp there. So anyways, good on everything there. And thanks very much for checking in there. And yeah, well, actually, I may be here next Wednesday too, Kevin. We're leaving on Thursday, next Thursday. But next Wednesday is actually my turn again to do the net, because we got 5 weeks here, and I always do if there's an extra one in the month, I do it here. So I may actually be here doing the net here next Wednesday night here, unless I can get somebody else to do it there. But anyways, we may be here next Wednesday night here, just hours before we head out to Newfoundland there. So anyways, okay, Kevin, thanks very much for checking in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go back up to Ferguson and see Charles, VE9OR, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Hello, Jim, and everybody on net. Just thought I'd pop in and say hello. Everything's fine here in Fredericton. We had a nice day. It did turn overcast, and looks like a shower will come out. We'll get a shower here pretty soon, I think. Anyways, all the best. Have a great weekend coming up. VE9OR.
Yeah, okay, very good, Charles. Good to hear you on there, and hopefully you have yourself a good week there too, and a good weekend coming up. So thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight. 7-3 for now. And let's go down to Yarmouth and see Don, VE1DES, VE1JBL. We got you that time, Don. Come on in.
V1JBL. Oh, probably too early game. V1JBL, V1DES. Good evening, Jim. I had all the crew that checked in. I have a bad habit of keying up after you drop it instead of waiting for a while. And I'm only running a little Slim Jim antenna 6 feet off the wall in the bedroom and 5 watts besides that. Oh, no wonder why I can't get in. I get stepped on quite often. And I hope you have a very lovely time over there in Newfoundland. And all the best. V1JBL, V1DES.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good on everything there, and yeah, we got you in there this time here. I didn't see you at all at any of the other ones before, on voice or on the software there. So, but that's why we like to do the second round and then open it up at the end there, because it gives you at least 3 chances to get in here. So great on everything. Thanks, Don, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and yeah, we're really looking forward to the trip there to Newfoundland. That's for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, any other late check-ins from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes, I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Anyone from anywhere, so I'd like to check in on that. Go ahead.
VE1BXK, wow.
Well, there's a gentleman we don't hear on here too often here, but he's mobile tonight. Lauren, VE1BXK, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yes, good evening, Jim. We're just mobile here. Getting ready to head in town there to get a coffee, so I thought we'd check in, say hello to everybody. Get yourself on the net there. Have yourself a good evening and good week coming up there, or halfway through, whatever. 7-3, thanks for the comeback. VE1BXK, mobile, Parisboro.
Yeah, okay, very good, Lauren. Good and everything there. You and Lane have yourself a great evening there, and have yourself a good one there. 7-3 for now. VE1BXK mobile, VE1JBL clear. Okay, we're going to make this let's make this the last call. This is going to be the last call for the evening. So last call for anybody inside or outside of the Maritimes. I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net before we close. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net, inside or outside the Maritimes. Go ahead.
VE9 Golf Mike recheck.
Okay, VE9 Golf Mike recheck. I guess you're going to close it up there tonight there, Gino. Come on in.
VE1JBL, V9 Golf Mike. I just wanted to respond to Aubrey's question there, VE9OR. He was asking about Macy's Bay repeaters. Back on the air as of today. There's a tone on the receive and transmit 141.3. So it's back on the air. V9 Golf Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gino. Aubrey, did you copy Gino there? VE1OL, VE1JBL, go ahead.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you very much, Gino. I didn't know that it was back. So that's good news for me. That's one way I can communicate with some stations that ordinarily I can't. So thank you very much. And back to you, Jim. And very good night tonight. Really enjoyed it. And all the best on your trip, the E1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Aubrey. No problem at all. Yeah, thanks for that. And you did hear Gino mentioning the tone to bring up the repeater there.
No, I didn't. That didn't register with me. What is the tone?
I think Gino said 141.3. Gino, give the code there to Aubrey again there, please.
Yeah, QSL, the code, the tone is 141.3, 141.3 hertz. To open up that repeater.
Copy that, Aubrey.
141.3. 141.3. That's great. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Gino.
Yeah, okay, very good, guys. Glad we could exchange some information there. So good stuff. Okay, with that, we're going to close the net. We had 37 tonight here. So I want to appreciate and thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for the local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie.ca. And click on Club Activities/Nets. Now that that has concluded, the CQ Maritime Room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL. Name here is Jim in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. Signing off. Good night, all.
Victor Echo 1, Papa India November. Bert, still there? V9GEN.
Oui, Denis,
V9PIN, 9DN. Ça a-tu sorti le gros montant là, sur les cartes hier?
Non, c'est là, j'ai mercredi. Puis on est mercredi jusqu'à minuit. Et ça, je vais changer mes repeaters de place, puis we'll be heading there. 9h le soir.
All right, okay. Yeah, I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to change the repeaters. 7-3 all. Jim, if you're still listening, enjoy your voyage, your trip. It's a beautiful place where you're going. Enjoy it. V9DEN Portable Stack.